Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Faith, and today guys I'll be checking out Vivek Ramaswamy dismantles Don Lemon at his own show. And you guys, I'm super excited as always. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please consider subscribing. Give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And without much ado, let's see what this video is all about.
I think that's reductive.
It's not reductive,
I think it's
Don.
insulting. There are a whole plethora of reasons that for the civil war.
With due respect, I find your explanation reductive and actually insulting, including to black Americans, to say that black people today, compared to 1964, 1865, haven't made progress in part because of the freedoms we secured.
Don Lemon wasn't ready. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com. Get the merch link in the description section. Ladies and gentlemen, get you one of these shirts. Third day, 30% off the entire store. I'm still running the sale. So if you want to take advantage of it, you better take advantage of it now because I'm not going to run it too much longer. So third day, spell it out. The complete word, third day, you get 30% off the entire store. Get you one of these shirts. They going until they gone. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications. Anytime I go live, I'll make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, Vivek Ramaswamy. I honestly believe if Donald Trump wasn't as much of a rock star as he is, Vivek Ramaswamy would be my #1 choice for president. I honestly believe that Vivek can be the president over Ron DeSantis. And I normally don't talk like this, but man, I've been listening to this man. And this dude makes so much sense, so intelligent, a businessman that have generated wealth, and he has my respect. And so if Donald Trump wasn't going to run, I almost would put him ahead of Ron DeSantis, to be quite honest. But let me tell you about this. You got to watch this exchange between Vivek and Don Lemon. And I just love it when people are unashamed to tell the truth and not worry about the color of your skin or who can say what about what people. Just focus on facts. And I have never seen anybody other than Sheriff, I forget his name, the sheriff that went on Don Lemon and literally was like this, face to face with Don Lemon and charged him up on the show. But I've never seen anybody challenge Don Lemon and have a strong conviction of facts than Vivek Ramaswamy. So let me go and play the clip. So y'all need to watch this. This is epic. Epic. Roll the clip.
Opposite direction. The very policies that we implemented in this country in the name of helping black Americans have actually been disastrous for black Americans and all Americans. And I think that that's something that we need to wake up to.
In 1865, you were talking about the black codes, right?
That's right.
Passed, enacted to make it a crime for a black person to carry a gun in the South. But you're equating that to the current president? You're referring to economic change? What are you saying?
Well, I was referring to Joe Biden's, I think, ill-chosen expression to say they're the party that wants to put you back into chains. What I'm actually saying is that if you look at the policies of the modern Democratic Party.
About Democrats.
Absolutely. So what I'm saying is that actually it's policies like that of Lyndon Johnson and Joe Biden that are actually holding black Americans back.
The war on poverty?
Yes. And in particular, his Great Society, where he actually created incentives in the family, where if you're a family, you could actually get more money by not having the father in the home. Guess what you get? You get what you...
Facts. We're going to continue. Facts on facts. And then on top of that is another fact that was on another fact. They can't handle this. They don't hear facts. I pray to God people are listening.
Pay for. I think it's been really bad for the black community. I think it's really bad for all Americans.
Do you have anything on this before I move on to China?
I don't see what one has to do with the other, but go on. I took up a lot of time.
Of course you don't.
Oh, it's fine. We have time.
I don't really see what one has to do with the other, especially consider and using the Civil War to talk about black Americans. That war was not fought for black people to have guns. That's not.
That war was fought for black people to have freedoms in this country. Yeah. Actually, that's why the Civil War was fought.
Okay.
And the sad part about it,
that wasn't fought for black people to have guns. I think
Actually, you know, funny fact is black people did not get to enjoy the other freedoms until their Second Amendment rights were secured. And I think that that's one of the lessons that we learned.
Aren't allowed to enjoy the freedoms.
I disagree with you on that, Don. I disagree with you. And I think you're doing a disservice to our country by failing to recognize the fact that we have equality before the law.
Then you.
Oh no! Hold on. I gotta play it back because you see,
not again.
Vivek was giving facts. You got to be a Looney Tune to think that the Civil War wasn't fought so all people can have freedom. And when you have your freedoms, you have the freedom to keep and bear arms. That go together. But see, he can't argue on the merit. He can't argue on what Vivek was saying because he know he ain't got the facts ain't on his side. So look at the direction that he went.
Service to our country by failing to recognize the fact that we have equality before the law.
And you live in this country, then you can disagree with me, but we're not. You mentioned in here that we have three different shades of melanin. Don, I think we have to be able to talk about these issues in the open, regardless of the color of our skin. Black Americans today, to say that, compare that to 1865 and 1964, I think for you to compare it to 1865 and 1964 is actually, I think it's insulting to black people. It's insulting to me as an African American. I don't want to sit here and argue with you because it's infuriating for you to put those things together. It's not right. Your telling of history is wrong. What part of the history was wrong? What part of the history was wrong? That the Civil War was fought. You're making people think that the Civil War was fought for black people, only for black people to get guns and for black people to have. The Civil War was fought for black people in this country to get freedoms, a noble mission. And I think that even after we succeeded, we had to actually secure those freedoms. To reduce it in a speech at the NRA to say you're making people think, or you're trying to say that black people to get guns, that was the reason that you're there at the NRA. That was the reason for the Civil War.
It is a fact.
That's reductive.
It's not reductive,
I think it's insulting. There were a whole plethora of reasons for the Civil War.
With due respect, I find your explanation reductive and actually insulting, including to black Americans, to say that black people today, compared to 1964, 1865, haven't made progress in part because of the freedoms we secured. And the Second Amendment was part of what secured them that freedom.
I cannot keep a thought if you guys are talking to me in my ear. So hang on one second.
Oh, no. I'm getting confused and I'm getting bamboozled by, I say, feeling the bamboozled by all of these facts. They can't talk in your ear. You can't, you're getting distracted in your ear because homeboy lighting you up like a candlestick. Lighting you up with facts. They cannot stand to think that black people could be liberated with truth and facts. But see, the black man on the panel has to be the one that try to keep black people down and tell you that the Civil War wasn't fought for your freedoms because they need you to hate the country. Just listen to the man spitting facts.
Second. So to say that black people, say what you said again.
Black people
say what you said again. You heard what he said, bro.
Secured their freedoms after the Civil War. It is a historical fact, Don. Just study it. Only after their Second Amendment rights were secured.
They were not secured their freedoms after the Civil War. That is not, you are discounting Reconstruction. You're discounting a whole host of things that happened after the Civil War when it comes to African Americans, including the whole reason that the Civil Rights Movement happened is because black people did not secure their freedoms after the Civil War, and that things turned around. People tried to change the freedoms that were supposed to happen.
And you know how they got it? They got their Second Amendment rights, and they actually got, the NRA played a big role in that. But today, Don, the NRA
did not play a big role in
they trained black Americans how to use firearms.
That's a lie. That's not. The NRA did not play a big role.
This is just historical fact. But down the part that I find,
because you say it's historical fact,
the part that I find insulting is when you say today black Americans don't have those rights after we have gone through civil rights revolution in this country.
You are sitting here telling an African American about the rights and what you find insulting about the way I live, the skin I live in every.
Man, I'm black and Vivek is telling the truth, bro. Quit pulling that card. I'm black and I know he's telling the truth.
Day.
Here's where you and I have a different point of view.
Black and white that black people don't have in this country, and that black people do have.
Well, here's where you and I have a different point of view. I think we should be able to express our views regardless of the color of our skin. We should have this debate without me regarding you as a black man, but me regarding you as a fellow citizen. That's what I think we should say.
Whatever ethnicity you are explaining to me,
whatever ethnicity I am,
what it's like to be black.
Whatever ethnicity I am, I'll tell you what I am. I'm an Indian American. I'm proud of it. But I think we should have this debate. Black, white, doesn't matter.
I think we should have this debate.
On the content of the ideas.
You should do it in an honest way and in a fair way. And what you're doing is not an honest and fair way. Okay? We appreciate you coming on.
With due respect, Don, I look forward to continuing that conversation.
Thank you. The conversation.
Thank you.
Oh, they got smoked.
Oh my gosh.
And she was quiet the whole time. Cause she knows she ain't finna put her foot in her mouth. But Don Lemon cannot allow a man of intelligence to argue the point, because the whole premise of the existence of black people in America is that you're a victim. People are not willing to acknowledge that there were things that were done to assist blacks into becoming what we are today. And white people, by and large, are the ones that facilitated a lot of this. The Civil War was fought so that we could be free as well as other things. And it wasn't until hundreds of thousands of white people died in the Civil War in order for us to even have an opportunity. Because if the Union didn't beat the Confederacy, we'll still probably be enslaved. But good men, and there was black people on that too, good men, majority white, fought for our freedoms. And then we begin to secure them over time in a much more meaningful way. But see, Don and them want you to think that you ain't got no freedoms, this country is this. Man, Vivek Ramaswamy just literally destroyed CNN. And I hope every single person that's listening to this can digest the facts and then see that when the facts were told, the pundit could not accept it. And he had to pull the race card and say, because you ain't black, you don't know what the facts are. You don't know what truth is. You don't know what objective truth in reality is. And so, you know, I can go down a list. Thank you, Vivek. Somebody that's on his team, get him in touch with me. I want to interview him in front of everybody because I think this guy has a lot of talent, and I will support him for president if Donald Trump just so happened to not get in this race. Now, not complete the race. Just in case they trick him and try to put him in jail. All right. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. I'm out.
You guys, oh my God, that was such a heated interview right there. Wow. I'm very surprised that Don Lemon actually cut this show just because he feels that Vivek Ramaswamy is not African American or a black man. So he cannot state the fact anymore. I could not believe what I was listening to because it didn't even take Don Lemon some few seconds before he pulled out the black card. Why does almost every black person have to pull out their black card when it comes to argument, whenever they are in a room having a heated argument? Do you think that the black card can get you whatever you want? Let me know what you guys think about what Officer Tatum said in this video. I totally agreed with him. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This was such a heated one and a very, very interesting one. It was such a learning session with Vivek Ramaswamy. I mean, that guy is so intelligent and I really had fun reacting to this video. If you guys totally enjoyed watching, give it a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And this is me officially signing out. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.